Ignoring a woman makes her more interested than you, but ignoring a man makes him lose all interest immediately. And when he withdraws, it's rarely dramatic. It's silent. It's final. He won't beg to be valued. He won't argue for basic respect. And
the difference is self-respect. Men never bet their self-respect, not even for the most precious thing in the world.
I'll let y'all in on a little secret, and you can't tell me that I'm lying. Most women like two types of men with clout and social status, and men with wives and girlfriends. Don't ask me why. I don't know if it's their need for attention or their need to be competitive. It's like they don't even pay the single hardworking man any attention. But ladies, let me let you in on a little secret, okay? That man with a whole bunch of followers, 1 million followers, and social status does not mean he has any money. And for the man that's married or has a girlfriend, he's not leaving his wife. So play your position as you need to, but I need you guys to think a little bit smarter, okay? Stop being so superficial. Let's go into this next year not being stupid.
People say, ain't no good men out here today. It is. Y'all just putting them in the friend zone because they don't want to take you to expensive restaurants or take you to the Gucci store. They can't take you to the Gucci store today, baby, but hold on. Y'all will be balling out in the Gucci store soon. You just got to get in there together. Like it's relationship takes work. You cannot expect to jump into a relationship and just lay down and let somebody take care of you. That's not how life works, baby. And that's what these, are they millennials? What are they called?
I don't know what we are.
Whatever this generation is,
I think we millennials.
You believe that just being who you are makes you special and that you should be taken care of. But that's not love. There's a lot of men out here that'll trick off on you, and if that's all you want to do is to trick off on you, then have at it, baby. But if you're looking for a long-term man, figure out what it is about you that you have to give to this man to make him want to be with you long-term. Same thing with you young men. Think about what you have to offer somebody that makes you a commodity. Be a commodity.
A lot of these modern women are not fit for relationships. They're not fit to be married. They're not fit to be wives. No matter what they tell you, you can just observe what they're doing and you'll know that.
Today, we're going to be discussing why men should pay for the first date. All right, just because it's 2022, it doesn't mean that chivalry is dead. Men and women should not be looked at as equal because they're simply not the same. But two people in a relationship simply don't bring the same things to the table. And that is why men and women make a good partnership. We want what that other person brings to the table. We may not need it to survive, but if you're putting yourself out there in the dating world, we want it. You want a traditionalist relationship? Women want a man who exhibits masculine traits, and men want a woman who exhibits feminine traits. From a woman's standpoint, I imagine masculine traits as opening the door, looking out for me, taking the initiative. And although I am fully capable of doing those things by myself, it makes me feel special when someone does those things for me. Paying shouldn't be done with the intention of expecting something in return. It doesn't mean you're expected to pay for everything thereafter. It simply sets the foundation of respect.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video. You're going to see a lot of men continuing not to subscribe to this system, not to subscribe to what you got going on in dating, because it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense at all for me to continue putting myself out there and getting absolutely wrecked.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women require a man to meet their financial needs, but they can't meet a man's needs, and his needs are actually free. He wants you to be loving, respectful, caring, kind, loyal, show some affection, actually initiate here and there, show him that you want him, know how to say I'm sorry, take some accountability, listen whenever he speaks. And you can't do any of these free things, but you expect for that man to provide your lifestyle. Take care of your friends whenever y'all all go out and about, because that seems to be a new thing going around. Make sure that you are taking care of your hair's done, your nails done, you got a new car, your rent paid, all your bills is handled. But you can't meet any of his needs, and his needs are actually free. Really? When I say that out loud, don't it sound silly?
A lot of these modern women are burning themselves out, to be honest with you. A lot of these modern women are tired. They're exhausted. And a man has told you, the way you're going, that's probably where you're going to end up. But of course, y'all don't be listening to that.
Why guys don't approach by first girls? Because he asked me for tips. Tip number one, you need to be a little bit more social and meet girls in real life. That works, you know, because...
I am meeting girls in real life.
But you told me that you used to, but now you don't, right?
Yeah, I don't. No? Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, it's a good tip.
Go to some restaurant, to some bars, and say hi. We're quite...
Even if I'm on my own?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why not?
It's just a bit intrusive.
Why guys don't approach by first girls? Why? Yeah. Are you shy or scared?
No,
Why?
It's because you're like just invading someone's space. Yeah, I feel like girls don't like that anymore.
No, you think so?
I think so.
And girls are struggling actually. They want guys to approach, but...
I get called a pervert or something, just walking up. That's the risk you've got to take.
Okay. So girls, apparently it seems that it's our fault that guys are scared to approach us.
Yeah.
But did you have some rejections?
I don't feel like I've had a lot of rejection just because I don't really do it. So, yeah, we'll keep that up. Yeah, but yeah.
So maybe you should try.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm going to get loads of people contact me.
Exactly.
When you give my Instagram out now. So we'll just do it that way. It's easier. Yeah?
See, you don't want to put any effort. I have to put all the effort.
Yeah, you're doing it for me. You're the middleman to my dating life.
A lot of these modern women don't really know what a real man is. And they go off speaking about a real man. And then when he stops doing the things that an actual masculine man does, then you're confused. Oh, maybe that was important. I know, stupid. It was.
All right, ladies, here are 3 wife mindsets to have when you go into the dating market. The first is to practice devotion to your husband before you meet him. And I know this is so countercultural, but you want to have the mindset that I am only one man's wife and I'm not 100 guys' girlfriend. Okay. The second is that you want to guard your heart while you're dating and not give your entire heart away to a man who is not committed to you. And we're talking about the ultimate commitment, marriage. If a man has not agreed to be your husband and to cover you in marriage, and he's not a safe space for your heart to land, as a wife, as a woman who has a wife mindset, it is not wise to give your entire heart away. And the last thing is to vet quickly, okay? Wives do not sit and play patty cake with every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes their way and says that they are beautiful. They move on quickly so that they can get to their husbands quicker. You don't want to sit here and keep entertaining a man even when he has shown that he is unsuitable and unfit to be your husband. Sheesh.
And a lot of these guys are seeing what relationships look like today versus what relationships used to look like. And they're like, oh man, I don't think I want to be part of this. I don't think I want to get into this. And really, honestly and truly, but the way some of these women be quote unquote standing on business, I can't really even blame them.
Men in my life are super chivalrous. They open doors for me. They hold my bag if I'm doing something. They walk on the right side of the street. They always ask me how my day was. If I talk to them about something the week prior, they remember and they ask me about it. I don't have to remind them of the things going on in my life. The men in my life are great listeners. The men in my life ask me how I'm feeling. If I use language that is self-deprecating or if I dismiss myself, the men in my life stop me and they're like, no, that's important. Never be an argument about whether the government should protect women and their rights and their right to choose. They support my career. Men in my life are very aware of the labor that I put into our friendship, whether it's emotional or whether, I'm making plans. If I make plans one week, they're definitely making plans the next week. Gay men in my life have raised the standards for me as to what I should accept in a partner. I hate the word beta man with every fiber of my being. If anybody is a beta, is a man who is threatened by a woman's independence, whether it's financial, political, social, personal, spiritual.
A lot of men, it's funny because modern women want men to give them attention. Oh, but give me attention the right way. Don't be a creep about it. Yeah, I understand that. And I understand where you're coming from. But some of y'all will be acting like a man is bothering you for even trying. well, he should know I don't like him. How would I know that? I don't know who you are.
The man who tolerates everything will usually become the most disrespected man in the relationship. A lot of men think being a good partner means being endlessly patient, forgiving, and understanding, and they believe that just because they keep giving chances and letting things slide, eventually their partner will respect and appreciate them, right? No, that's not how respect works. Respect is built on boundaries, and boundaries only matter when they're actually enforced. If somebody can raise their voice at you, dismiss you, ignore you, and cross the same line again and again and again without consequences, what message are you sending your partner? You're teaching them that behavior is acceptable. What gets tolerated gets repeated. And over time, the dynamic starts to shift. Instead of seeing you as strong and grounded, they begin to see you as somebody who will just keep accepting anything just to keep the peace. And when somebody believes that there are no consequences for disrespect, guess what? The respect slowly starts to disappear. This is where many men get confused. They think being calm, patient, and understanding means tolerating everything. But I'm sorry, it doesn't. Being a good man does not mean allowing yourself to be walked all over like a doormat. Healthy relationships require accountability on both sides. Sometimes the most respectful thing you can do for yourself and for the relationship is calmly say, you know what? That behavior is not acceptable, because when a man tolerates everything, he slowly teaches people how little that they need to respect him. And that is not okay. But when a man has clear standards and boundaries, he teaches people how to treat him, and they do it. And the truth is, people respect the man who respects himself. Simple.
A lot of men, when they see the state of dating, when they see how modern women act, my God, you can't even go to a baseball game anymore and expect a sporting event and expect for a woman not to cut up. You can't even go to church and expect a woman not to cut up. Modern women, not all women, modern women to cut up.
Why can't men ask questions? Why can't they ask questions? On the date, I say, how are you? They say good. I'm like, okay, Steven, where are you from? He says he's from Kentucky.
Like, do we really believe that a man that likes you is not going to ask questions? I've seen videos like this before where they say men never ask questions. That's because he's not interested in you. You know what I would not do on a date with a woman who I know I'm never going to see again? Ask questions about her. For what? Why am I going to fill my memory space with information from somebody I'm never going to see again? And it's so obvious, and I don't understand why women can't see the obvious. He's not into you. So it's not like he has Down syndrome or some sort of mental disability, or men just don't know how to ask questions. That is ridiculous. It's because the guy's not into you. I don't want to know about you if I'm never going to see you again. So something happened on the date. Likely in this case, the guy actually saw you. Maybe he knew you were a plus size, but he didn't really see a plus size until he actually saw you in person. And now I have no interest in knowing anything about you. I'm just trying to get through this date so I can go on my apps and block you on everything. That's all I'm waiting to do. So men are not stupid. They ask questions of women they want to ask questions about.
All these men are out here actually giving men, or giving women, well, that's the type of stuff that you like. A lot of these men are out here giving women the life that they say they wanted. But women just can't figure out how not to fumble it, how not to mess it up, how not to say, you know what? This is a good man. Let me go ahead and appreciate this man for who he is to me and what he does.
I'm on the hunt for eligible single men in Chicago today. We're here at the Riverwalk now. People were saying that Tiny Tap is like a good spot to meet single men, so we're gonna go there first. I have these like dollar bill flyers that I'm passing out with QR codes. I really don't want to do this right now. Guys, that's Tiny Tap, right? Oh! You see any single men here? Okay, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna do it. Everyone here looks like they're in couples. Any of you boys single in Chicago? Yeah. Okay, I'm hosting a singles event on Wednesday.
Is that $100?
No, they're fake. They're fake. Amazing. Okay, here.
Thank you.
Yeah, bye guys.
I'll take one.
You want one too? Okay, here you go. Are you boys single? No? Okay. I can't do this. No, I tried to just go up to it. I couldn't do it. I can't do it. Look at this view. Okay, it looks like it's just a bunch of couples. Okay, this is just a bunch of couples as well and like 16-year-old boys. Do you see some hot blondes on the boat over there? But I don't think these are waterproof. Are any of you boys single in Chicago? I'm hosting like a dating event. If anyone is, or your roommates or someone, if you can hand it out. Okay, take one. Okay. Bye, guys. He's hot. Okay, he's running, though. He's running. Hi, are you single? I'm hosting, like, a dating event.
I'm not single.
Oh, okay, do you have a roommate or someone? No.
I'll take it.
Oh, sorry.
You can take it back here.
Thank you. Update, we ended up in tourist territory, so we got a lot of guys, like, on work trips, and I'm like, absolutely not. We're not doing that. I'm hosting, like, a dating event, if you want to come.
Okay.
Yeah. Overall, we did really good. We only have 2 of these left out of, like, 30. My singles event in Chicago is a good turnout on Wednesday. Stay tuned.
What these modern women don't really understand is y'all spend a lot of years saying a lot of things, and then a man says, oh, okay, well, if that's what you're going to be saying, then, you know, I'm going to go ahead and get out of Dodge. And then you're going to act shocked. A lot of modern women don't really think that their words and their actions have consequences. They really think, yeah, I can go in here and talk crazy and nothing's going to happen.
I thought I knew women until I started listening to men talk about women. Oh my gosh. What you all see is so much kinder than what we see about ourselves and each other. It's so much more beautiful. And so when I finally I'm creating the Celebrating Men and Marriage workshop, and I have all these things spread out that I want to put in it. And I learned a long time ago, in my early 20s, to go to the dictionary. And then later realized that if a woman ever wants to know what a man means, well, first of all, ask him. What do you mean by that?
What a crazy concept.
Crazy concept. No, they don't. They ask all their friends what he meant by that, and then they come and ask me what he meant by that. And I say, did you ask him? No. But of course, you have to be safe to answer to, right? What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Nothing.
And once again, you have a lot of men that see things like divorce. They see things like breakups. Not necessarily online all the time. Sometimes it is online. But then sometimes, well, you know, you have the whole Lori Harvey situation with Michael B. Jordan, where I think it was reported he tried to do a lot for her. And she wasn't really, you know, women were in the comments talking about, oh yeah, go do your thing. I think the man was ready to propose. And when you see that play out in Hollywood, it's like, oh, well, you know, Hollywood's different. But then you see that sort of thing play out in your own life, and then you play out in some of your friends' life, then you're like, man, I don't know if I want to be with these women like that.
So one of my guy friends gave me permission to make a Hinge account for him because I was telling him how easy dating is with dating apps. And he was telling me that it's incredibly difficult. And I was like, Pete, you must be doing something wrong. And he gave me permission to create an account for him and just run the account. I've been a virtual boy for 3 days. And I've never felt this bad about myself. I feel like a freaking loser trying to get these girls to like me. And I'm starting to hate women because I'm like, when I say I mean Pete, because that's the account I'm using. Pete's about a 6. But I'm so desperate, I'm liking the 2s and the 3s, and even they won't like me back, Pete, which is a 6. So what level of delusion has entered women's heads? Like, what is going on? It is so difficult dating as a boy. I I hate it. I'm on day 3 of being a boy, and I hate women, and I'm more depressed than ever.
This is exactly what men have been saying for years about dating apps. Because first off, it is very rare for men to even get matches, especially matches with women that they are actually physically attracted to. And that is not because men are swiping only on supermodels, like they're only swiping on 10s. They are swiping right on a variety of women, just as long as they think that they could be attracted to her. But ladies, you have to understand that even when men find matches, it is very rare for them to have an actually good conversation. Because usually you ladies are really dry texters and you will just ghost them oftentimes. So yeah, men have been complaining about this for the longest of times, which is why if you're a woman that is interested in a man off of a dating app, all you have to do is to show a little bit of effort. If you do that, that man is going to double down on the effort and the energy that he spends on you. He's going to pursue you and most likely be everything that you want him to be. It is like a no-fail way to end up with a boyfriend.
And the receipts are out there. The proof is out there. You was out there playing games. All that stuff that modern women was posting 10, 15 years ago about how they didn't need men, how men are trash, how y'all got options, I'm strong and independent, I don't need no man. It's all still online. It's all still online. Same women posting about, I ain't lonely. I'm happier than I've ever been. Now those same women out here posting about, I'm lonely. I'm not happy. I need a good man. I don't understand why I'm single. The internet's got receipts. The internet is forever. Men keep on trying to tell you that. And men remember what you said.
You need to be approaching men because they will not approach you. It's up to us to decide which men we want to date, okay? Once and for all, I'm going to tell you how to do it. This woman next to me is trying to ruin what I'm trying to tell you, but she will not because the knowledge must be spread. Do you mind? Get in your car, thank you. It's just not the thing to wait for him to approach you. It's not going to happen. You know, people are scared these days, especially men. Yep, get out of here. Especially men are scared to approach you. So we need to be wise, okay? We don't want the guy who approaches every girl in the bar. We don't want him. We can miss him with that, okay? We want the guy who is out there at the gym somewhere, maybe at a bar, doesn't matter, but he's out. He's not on an app, okay? He's out. So he's at the gym, okay? And you want to talk to him. But, you know, he's training with someone. Like, hi. Like, what are you going to do? What you're going to do is you're going to train next to him for a certain amount of time, or if it's at a bar, whatever, sit next to him or whatever. You're close to him in the proximity. You're going to leave something when you leave. Your water bottle, your phone if you're brave. I wouldn't. Oh, my phone is like my child. No, it's not like my child. I love my child. Way more than my phone. Not even a comparison. So you're going to leave whatever it is, right? Then you're going to leave. Then you're going to run back a few minutes later and you're going to run up to him, not up to him like in a crazy way, but just walk next to him and be like, oh my God, have you seen a blue water bottle I just left? It's like he gets to help you. Look, next time you see him, he might talk to you. Hey, what's up? Hey, now you've got a point of contact. It could be, oh, could you just watch my thing? Because suddenly you've got a phone call and you've got all your stuff set out, but the phone call is very important and you've walked out. And I know, it's not, I don't want to play games. Fine then, if you don't want to play games, just go up and talk to them. Be like, I find you very attractive. Would you want to go on a date with me? That's no, just make it fun. Make up a reason to talk to them. Do it. Like, even if they do nothing, it expands you as a person to be more out there. Because honestly, we want the men to chase us, but we need to be picking the men that are doing the chasing. I want you and you and you, not you, or you. And I don't want the one from the dating app. I want the one who's out there in life, doing life, because that's what I want. I don't want to be battling with him later because he's still on the app. Like, no.
I don't know when we're finally going to realize that more and more men are single because they want to be single. Because they've built up their lives. They like their day-to-day routine. They buy what they want and can afford. They spend time on whatever hobby they enjoy. But what they don't want is making the mistake of sacrificing those things for something less than what they already have. And I get it. We've heard that women are raising their standards, but ladies, men are too.
Hi besties, we're back, and today we're gonna be talking about how to know he's not boyfriend material. Because listen, if you're talking to a guy right now and he is showing you any of these red flags, this is your sign that you need to dump it. Consider this me saving your pain, so when you actually date him, you don't have to actually break up. Here, this is day 6 where I tell you how to get a boyfriend by Valentine's Day. Let's just get into it. When you're talking to a guy, the most important thing to do is some self-reflection as well. We want to make sure that we actually like this guy and we can see a potential future with him. Just because you have an active talking stage with him doesn't mean that he is boyfriend material. These are the biggest red flags. I actually have a huge list. Let's start off with the first topic, communication. Question 1, does he only text you when it's convenient for him? If he has like an 8-hour work shift and he doesn't let you know he's going to work and you're just wondering where did he go, red flag. If he only texts you at night when it's convenient for him, red flag. It just means he's bored. He literally just has nothing to do, so he's texting you. That means that he's not going out of his way for you. That means that he's not actually boyfriend material. You want a guy that actually goes out of his way and actually wants to spend time with you and wants to text you even when it's like the busiest moment of his day. If he's at work, he should let you know, like, hey, actually I have a shift right now, or I'm gonna take a test. I'll text you when I'm done. I don't want to hear it, okay? It's bare minimum. When you tell him how you feel, does he avoid the conversation or change the subject? It's a good one, because that just means he's not emotionally ready to have certain conversations with you yet. If you're somebody who can't even communicate how you feel with your potential girlfriend, what makes you think that you're gonna date her? I'm saving you from collateral damage. The last communication red flag is, does he ever ask follow-up questions about you? And I talked about this yesterday. For example, do this test on him. If you ask him, hey, what's your favorite color? If he says, oh, it's green. But if he says, oh, it's green, what about you? That's the green flag right there, because he should be asking follow-up questions. We're not here to interview this guy. We're here to actually get to know this guy. He should actually be trying to get to know us back. And now that we're done with that, let's go to the next category. This one is effort. The real test to see how much is he actually committing in the relationship. Starting off with the first one, does he make plans in advance? This one, for example, he should not be texting you like the day of, hey, you want to go out to dinner later? When it comes to effort, if you're the only one who is planning everything, then that's how you know he's not all in it and he's not boyfriend material. You don't want to date somebody that you're literally nagging them and you're literally begging them to hang out with you or even just spend time with you. And I know it probably doesn't sound that like difficult right now. When you're in the situation when you're actually dating them, it's going to be different. In the last category, this one's probably the most important one. You're already this far into this list and you're like, nope, 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 nope. He is literally doing all of these and that is your sign to dump him. When you're with him, are you anxious or are you excited? Does he make you happier or does he kind of just put more stress on you? Are you scared he's going to be mad at you today? I've been in relationships like this before where you literally don't know what mood they're going to be in, and the mood that they're going to be in is going to make you into the same mood. Another question is, how do you really feel? Do you feel confused when you're with him? Do you feel unsure? Do you feel unsteady? Do you feel like you really, I don't know, something's wrong? Last one is, did you lower your standards for him? I used to have an ex and he was a walking red flag, and every time he did something I was like, you're lucky you're cute. I would have never let that slide. This is just why looking into the future is so important, because you will be spending a large chunk with this person. You just want to dodge a bullet in case something happens and you're like, yeah, like this guy actually just made my mental health worse. Besties, I really hope this helped you guys. Away, my DMs on Instagram are always.
When people are asking where are all the single good women out there, they're in their home, of course. You're never gonna find us because we're at home hiding. Duh. Do you think you're gonna find us in bars? No. Do you think that you're gonna find us in clubs? No. We're at home, watching TV, reading a book. Maybe we're probably a little bit of a homebody or just traveling the world. What are your thoughts?
At all, because if she want her daddy back in her life, put her daddy back in her life. So you want me?
And this is why men are not willing to be with single moms. So I'm going to give you a rundown because TikTok only allows me to stitch so much of the video, but I'm going to give you a good little rundown. This gentleman just gave a phone call to his wife. His wife, by the way, whom he's speaking to about her daughter, which is also his stepdaughter. Mind you, in the video, he said our daughter, because you know why? Because that's who he believes. That's what he believes. He believes that that child is his now because he's been raising that child for 17 years. Not a year, not a month, 17 years. And out of the 17 years, the father has never, ever been involved in that child's life. The biological father, the baby daddy. But out of nowhere, right when the graduation for high school is about to happen, suddenly the biological father wants to be in the picture. Now, I'm not entirely against it, but why do you come out of the woodworks to all of a sudden want to be involved right at her graduation? The worst part is that the stepfather had bought both tickets to attend to this graduation that he paid for out of his pocket. And the daughter said that the biological father had contacted her out of nowhere and all of a sudden wanted to be in the picture and was asking to attend the graduation. So instead of saying, why don't you get your own ticket? She tells the stepfather that he should give up his ticket to give to the biological father. So have him sit by the sidelines. Have him sit on the side, right? That is disgusting. That is really up in my opinion. And I will stand 10 toes down on that. The worst part is that the mother, his wife, had zero contentions. She thought it was a grand idea for her daughter to do that. She thought that it would be perfectly fine for the biological father to just out of the blue decide to want to be in the picture without no questions asked. 17 years of this. 17 years that he sacrificed putting into a family that he didn't create himself, to a woman that he gave a chance to because no one could have wanted her. She could have been by herself and single, still struggling, but he decided to be there for her. And for 17 years, this is what he's getting in return. Out of all that, I'm sorry, but this is why I feel for these men. And this is why I understand why they say they don't want to be with a single mom. This is why.
I always find it so comical that men say women are so confusing and they really don't know what we want. But there's been play-by-play tutorials for them. Rom-coms have been going on for centuries. Do you know how many romance books are out there? And it's all written by women. There's a reason that these movies sell out. There's a reason these books sell out. All these rom-coms that we look up to, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, The Notebook, 10 Things I Hate About You. If you just were to sit down and watch the whole dynamic of how men yearn for women, it's truly what we want. And men still are sitting here twiddling their thumbs going, I don't know, they're just so confusing. I don't know. Yo, it's literally right there in front of you. You got the blueprint right in front of you, bruv. It does require to put a little bit of effort and let your ego down a little bit, which I think men kind of don't want to do.
If you want to date casually, you got to make sure that you ask these men questions about what casual looks like for them, because people be having different views on what casual means, you know? Like the other day I was on the date with this guy and we had 2 weeks and we're cool, we like each other. And so we started talking about what casual means or whatever. And I said to him, okay, so if I didn't for 3 days, you'd be cool with that? He's like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. And then I said, okay, now what if you had a problem or you wanted to talk about something emotional or something more serious? And I told you, actually, no, I don't want to hear about that. Now what? How would you feel if I was like, yeah, no, this is casual. We're not doing that. He kind of was a little shocked. And he said something oh, I don't see the big deal. If you want to talk about something, I'm down about it. I wouldn't do that to you. If you want to talk about something. And I was like, but no, I'm not doing that. If it's casual, we're not doing emotional labor. No. And that's the things, you have to be aware, because a lot of these guys, I told him to his face. I told him this. I said, you want the closeness and the companionship and the emotional labor relationship, but you don't actually want to put in the effort. And that's fine, because I feel the same way. We're in agreement about what casual means for both of us. I also do not want to put in the labor. Relationships are too much work. We're both focused on our careers. We just want to have fun, blah, 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 that, whatever. But my point is, if you're dating, don't assume what casual means. Ask somebody, because once you get into the emotional aspect of the connection or the relationship, whatever situationship, that's when the lines start to get blurred. This person is supposed to be casual, fun, a band-aid on your bad day, not surgery. You know what I mean? It's supposed to just be something quick, something light. Ooh, he just texted me.
That's exactly what I need. A man that don't play about me. Okay? A man that is literally obsessed. I'm talking about I am his queen, baby. We're playing chess, not checkers here. That's what I need. And these men out here don't even know what the chess is. And I don't have time for it. No tengo tiempo para eso. I don't even know how to freaking put it into words. I was just thinking, and I'm oh my gosh, I haven't truly dated because I was in the situationship. But like after my divorce, I haven't really dated anybody. I haven't had a boyfriend. And I'm like, you know how hard it is for me to like somebody? You gotta stimulate me mentally. You gotta, like, you gotta be smart. You gotta bring something. Like, spice it up. Cause what the like, you guys are not even funny. Am I gonna be a cat lady? I don't know. Because the way that this dating out here, I don't know. TikTok, please do your thing. If there's any men out there that like to travel, you know, explore, experiment, like have a good time, like loyal, like a provider that wants to love his woman down. Because then we go together real bad, baby. That's the problem in this generation with me, because I am a lover girl through and through. No wonder I haven't dated. I will get my feelings hurt. I will definitely get my feelings hurt. Like bad, real bad. Because I'll be falling in love. Like, baby, I'll get the shirt off my back. I'll be falling in love. Okay, I'm a Scorpio. Like, baby, we go together. And this is not till death do us part. This is for all time and eternity. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's hard out here.
I want a man that climbs mountains. I want a man that moves mountains. I want a man that's going to run through the mountain. I want a man that's going to run through the walls. Or a brick wall to come get me. Ain't no mountain high enough, nothing, all that other nonsense. No. No. The least you can do is sing. You know, Diana Ross or whoever it was, ain't no mountain high enough. What was they doing? They was singing. Ain't no mountain high enough. And they was explaining. They was detailing. Ain't nothing gonna keep me from getting to you. Nothing. So if they gotta sing, the least you can do is open up your mouth and say, yeah, I'm interested. I'm interested. So the man can actually feel like, man, if I climb this mountain, there's gonna be something up there waiting on me. There's gonna be somebody up there that actually likes me. But y'all be standing up at the top of the mountain with you. Oh, do you want to be rescued? Are you okay up there? Do you want some Doritos? Oh, okay. This woman over here is making some noise. I'm gonna go see what she needs. Apparently you like it up there. You stand up there.